What's up, everybody? It is January 17th, 2026, and today we are going to be diving into the upcoming weather patterns to see what the weather has in store for us. As of right now, we can already see an Arctic system in south central Canada and the upper Midwest. As we scroll on through the days, we could see another Arctic system move in for the Great Lakes, some warmer systems out in the west, which is no surprise, and then we have another Arctic system that, oh my good lord, stop it. Okay, I did not mean to click on that. As we see this, we could see that there's some Arctic air possibly moving south from British Columbia into Washington, Oregon, and the Pacific Northwest in general. So that's Washington, Oregon, and Idaho is the general rule of thumb. And as of for this region right here, that's talking about Montana, North and South Dakota. We're talking about Iowa, Minnesota, Lake Michigan, Michigan itself, and a lot of other states in this upper Midwestern corner. What does that mean for the 2-meter temperature in Fahrenheit? What it means is basically there's going to be some colder air headed for anything north of Interstate 80 unless you're west of the Rockies. As we can see, there's some colder air headed for Minnesota, the Great Lakes, and the great state of Maine. And then another Arctic shot is on its way, as we saw on the temperature anomaly. Looking at our precipitation total in inches, we can see as of right now in the Pacific Northwest, there is more than the rest of the United States. Although I don't know what it is in Alaska, but we can actually look at that. U.S. states, let's go to Alaska real quick. Alaska is actually not that much unless you're like down here where there might be like 2 inches or something. But anyways, back to the United States down here. Well, Pacific Northwest is probably going to be having the most precipitation unless you're like right here. But that later intensifies. Watch this. Wow, that is mega totals unless you're down here, and up here is really going to be crazy. We've got Vancouver Island and parts of British Columbia. So be on the lookout for this. Just being aware that there's going to be between 1 to 6 inches. If you're in the higher elevations, it could be upwards of a foot. So get prepared. Hope there's nothing huge. Looking at our 500 millibar height dam and anomaly M. Well, already we can see there is no big surprise that we have a giant ridge of high pressure up here and a giant trough down here and a trough down up over here by Greenland. We've got a trough over here kind of just north of Hudson Bay and a trough out over the Pacific Ocean. Now this ridge of high pressure is flexing its muscles over British Columbia and Alaska. And you'll see what I mean there by as we scroll on, we can see it gives Alaska a turn, and we are maxing out. That is a 450 ridge. That is crazy. And then we have a trough moving in for the east. As we saw, let's go back to where we were. It may or may not give Washington a turn. You can see it's just nicking Washington and Idaho, and also in the northeastern corner of Oregon. Looking at our snow. What does this mean for snow? Well, we've got quite a lot of it for the mountains out west and out by Maine. 46 days snow. Well, this is even more snow for the mountains out west, even more snow for the great state of Maine, even more snow for Buffalo, New York, and New York in general. Wow, there is tons of snow out in the mountains. You could see even in the lower elevations up to 1 inch of snow, which is crazy. Looking at our control model, this is our control latest run. You could see that there's a lot more snow, upwards of 48 inches in the northeastern United States, but less out west. Like as you could, if I were to look at a past run, like let's say, I don't know, 6 runs ago, you can see there's a lot more for the lower elevations and stuff. But even just 1 run ago, there was a lot more snow versus the latest run, which is this. So, just saying, that is just about all the weather talk I have got for you today. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment in the comment section below. I will be doing my spring outlook. That will be up on February 1st at the earliest. So without further ado, I will see you guys tomorrow morning.